Good morning. I'm motoring right now. I'm in the cockpit. I have my laptop, and you can see the sea is super calm. And yes, it's the calm before the storm. I can't believe I'm making a sailing storm video. I tried not to do that. I tried not to do it. Then I tried to, in my mind, come up with a concept of talking about storms and the way they're being talked about in these sailing YouTube blogs and Instagram and all that internet world we're living in. Understand, I've been sailing for 10 years in the Caribbean. I've never been in the storm season in the Caribbean, but I've been up here on the west coast of Mexico for 5 or 6 years now. With COVID, setting up the boat, trying to get to French Polynesia, which I hope I'll get at some point. People are or the perception you get, in my mind, out of YouTube comments or YouTube videos about storms are overblown. In my mind, I look at it and I go like, okay, these guys are doing clickbait. They're trying to get views out of it's my perception, and I'm saying it's a perception. So here I am, I'm perceiving what's going on YouTube from my tiny internet window, because I used to not have a decent internet connection while I was like in those faraway regions of the Sea of Cortez, where there's not a lot of 4G connection or even decent internet anywhere. So I'm seeing it, and I don't click on sailing YouTube channels because I live on a sailboat. I've been living on a sailboat forever, so I never click on it, but sometimes it pops on my thread, and then I see like, oh, we got caught in a storm and we almost lost the boat and this, that crazy stuff. And I've hit storms, but 9 years in, I said 10 years, it's 2013 I started like owning and living on this boat. I never hit a storm that I was really scared of losing the boat. In my view, if you hit a storm where you're scared of losing your boat, is because you made a really wrong weather decision mistake and you were really not informed. Now, if you hit a storm that scares you and you're offshore, either you didn't check your weather forecast, you're not in the right season at the right place, which right now I'm not. This is storm season here in the Sea of Cortez, and I'm here. The reason is, you have to understand, there's storms and then there's storms. So the storms in the Caribbean side will regularly hit 100 knots. It's rare for storms here to hit more than 50 knots. Like, it does happen, it's happened in the past, but it's very rare. Now, this one here seems more serious. It's Tropical Storm K that's going to transform into a hurricane, and it's going to hit like pretty much following the coast of Baja, just offshore of Baja California, offshore of Cabo, and just follow the coast north. And they say that some of the effects might even be felt up to San Diego. So okay, I mean, I don't have a slip right now, but the storm is coming according to the forecast, which in my mind for storms are super reliable. This storm's gonna hit my area Wednesday. We are Monday. I think I'm losing track of time. It's Monday, yeah. So I got 2 days I'm about 30 miles away from La Paz. And so I got 2 days to get to La Paz for 30 miles to find a slip there, which is getting harder and harder. I may not be able to find a slip in La Paz. I don't know at this point. And if I don't find a slip in La Paz, that means that I'm gonna have to weather that storm at anchor, either in Pichilingue or in Espiritu Santo, which are, Pichilingue is a bay just north of the harbor of La Paz, and Espiritu Santo is some island that is about 20 miles to the north, which like has super decent protection, sandy bottom, 15, 20 foot anchorage. And now I get into my anchorage setup. So my anchor chain is brand new. It's a Rockna anchor. I have a secondary anchor, which is a Delta 35 pounder that I can deploy behind the Rockna if I want to. or on a completely separate line and chain, and or put the delta behind the Ruckna, and then I have a third anchor, a Fortress FX23 for my 40-foot boat, and then I have my extra anchor line that I have on the boat. So that would be like 3 anchors deployed on 2 lines. That's the maximum anchoring power that I can deploy. And unless this storm, like right now, they're talking about, like I'm looking at the forecast, they're talking about maximum sustained wind of 60 miles per hour. So it's a big one. It's a big one. I mean, 60 miles per hour, that's like 55 knots. It's a strong, you know, it's a strong storm for this place and this time. The ideal situation is I'll be in La Paz in a safe marina, either Palmyra or Marina La Paz. My favorite marina in La Paz is Marina Cortez. And I have a slip starting the 9th of September reserved in Marina Cortez, only it's on their outside dock, which is not a safe place to be in a storm. So anyway, that's my option, that's what I'm going on. And like, I'm not super organized for this storm, but I have 2 days to get organized, and maybe I'll have to regret this, but I'm not worried, kind of. I kind of don't understand all the clickbait you see on YouTube for all these storms that are gonna hit my boat, but the boat always survives and the channel keeps on going and making money. Anyway, it's what, 7 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 6 because I want to get to La Paz kind of quick, because I have time, but I gotta make good on this time. So we'll see what that entails later. I'll update you guys.